Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. And I'm here with a quick. Sorry, I always forget about this. Where are we at? And I'm here with another quick video with crypto update and update on Bitcoin, what is possibly to come in the next couple hours. And I'll be heading out to sleep. Very, very tired. But I'm trying to work and break my sleeping habit to a no time frame. So what actually happened? We're going to start with the 4-hour chart, and we came up, we came down, we are coming up again, and some of you might, oh, we made it up. No, we have not made it up yet. This 4-hour candle, which we do have another hour on it left, will eventually turn around and close positive, and they'll send another candle that will actually close positive further up. So both of these candles will turn eventually green, not red, on Bitcoin. At least that is how I see it, because uh, when they start turning red, people start selling off. And they're interested in people putting money and not sell off until they get to a certain point. So let's look at 15 minute. As I mentioned, you got last night, a little bit over 24 hours ago, that this area right here has not been traded. We did came out down, we traded this area, which I kind of don't understand, because we did kind of had this area traded quite heavy. So what's the point bringing us down to trade that area? And don't really understand. Sometimes it's a mystery what they do and why they do it. But then they brought us back up, and if you guys look at the 4-hour chart, everything that they did is with the purpose of having certain color of candles, so motivate people to put money in so they can actually recover their money that they put in to move us to the wherever they needed us to move us to. So as my alarm clock goes off for 4 o'clock in the morning New York time, sometime this time we start having some movements. So what do I suspect to happen in the next couple hours? We continue trading this area, moving sideways and coming down like we did here, coming down, maybe further a little bit down, and then kind of going up and kind of holding on to this trend line until they feel that we're done trading there. When they're done, they will break us up, and then they will put us into having us trade this area right here, or even go try to break for 4800, 4900, and trade there, and then kind of keep us playing forth and back. Like I mentioned in the previous video, until we trade everything below 50,000, I don't see how they would allow us to get above 50,000. For me, it's just not understandable, that part. Knowing how they do it, and what is they're focusing on to accomplish. Plus, honestly, here I don't see that area has been traded heavy enough, so I don't see how they would actually let us go within the next, I would say, 15, 30 minutes somewhere outside of this area. If they do, they'll try to bring us back into this area eventually to finish off this area to be traded. Even though we do have a little bit of a trading right here that actually overlaps, but still between here and here, which is this area right here, not on so they might be actually be bringing us down and making us trade a little bit further away from the trend line between the kind of from here and here, and we'll kind of put a little bit more effort into that area. So that's what I see with the Bitcoin. I kind of looked through the list multiple times. Where is the sweet spots to get in into swing trades? Most everything is on the top line. There's two coins, actually one coin literally that is kind of low right now, and that is Ether Cash. Let me find it. ETC. ETC kind of already bounced back and most likely will try to take another ride up. I personally have got it in literally about somewhere in this price range. So this is the only coin that kind of low. All the rest, if you look through the coins, they already entered. Target areas for Ether Cash um, is 79 cents. I'm like $79 to $80 first target, and the second target is around um, $89 to $90. Um, Next target up would be somewhere in the area about $114, but again, that's a little bit too high. I would like to see the Bitcoin break through 49,000 and hold that position. Then I think we might actually look at, or even 50,000. Then we might actually look at some higher positions. We do have a couple coins that over the last 2 days we have broken through the the last all high and have created a all high in its history. And I don't remember. Let me look at these. These are the coins that I cannot put a cannot recommend trading or put where would be our targets at, because either enough of history or these coins have already reached level that just outside of my comfort zone to tell you, hey, next target here, here. They're either going to be rounding up and preparing for the dump, or they're kind of waiting on the Bitcoin to break 50 and turn that into a support. So that one of them is Uni, another one is GTC. That again don't have enough of history to be comfortable with it. H bar, we do have a target on H bar. The only target that I can stand behind is somewhere in the area of 29 cents. Anything above that is just too close. We need Bitcoin to break through 50,000 and hold it. Uh, Ether, Ethereum, again, rounding off. It looks like it's waiting on Bitcoin as well at this point. ADA, it's almost at the top. Um, so, next are literally the top, but will it actually continue going up before the Bitcoin breaks 50,000? I cannot promise. AAVE, um, we do have one more target area of about 455, 456 area. But again, it's becoming too high and start becoming outside of my comfort zone to say, hey, we'll break this area before we Bitcoin breaks 50,000. So uh, this area probably we can still break it before 50,000 on Bitcoin, but anything past that, we probably need to break the 50,000 on Bitcoin. XRP, same thing, too high for me to say, hey, get in it and trade it. If I knew for sure, 100%, we are breaking the 50,000, I would say get in it and ride it as high as you can. But because we have the possibility of actually breaking down, I don't want to get you caught in a trade that will hurt you. Alice, also another coin that came up too high, and I have the same. I cannot say we kind of rounding up again as well, and I can say, hey, in clear conscience, get in it until we break through 50,000. Raven, also another coin that too high for me to say something, even though it has came down a little, and it might have a potential of picking up again. And if it does, to for another run, which would be around um, 20 cents, this coin can still be taken advantage, but it is risky because it's a big run between 14 cents and 20 cents where it's at right now, and it's just risky, but can be done. So that might be might be a coin to actually kind of take a risk on. Sol, as you guys can see, Sol has broken to a new high, all-time high. Am I understanding correct? Let me actually do this. Switch to daily. Yes, all-time high since the New Year's. So it's one of those coins that already out there. Vito, again, we are kind of recovering right now from the yesterday's run. Let's switch back to 4 hours. Um, we kind of here at the bottom. We might come down to here, might not, and we might try another run. So that's kind of where we stand right there. Again, um, targets if we run back up would be the double top. If we break through the double top, then it would be 1.96, and then the highest of 2.13. Anything above that, we would have to break through the 50,000 as well, which I think we would have to break through the 50,000 to even get to this area. Luna is another coin that broke through all high, right? Yes, has broke through all-time high. Right now, it did come down to previous high and kind of holds the position, but I think that just temporarily in the next day or two, it will actually uh, probably go further or at least double top. And CLV is a coin that don't have enough of data, so I cannot do recommendation. Now, the rest of the list I am not going to read through. It's a list of coins that have uh, still room for leveling up, even if we do not break 50,000. Uh, I am not going to go through the list. What I'm going to do is just going to click on each one so you guys can see levels. And then you guys can actually pause the video and grab the details as you guys need. So Dent, here are the levels. And we already made it into that circle that I created, which again does looks like we are building shoulder, head, and a shoulder. So from here, either it breaks up or breaks down. Which if Bitcoin breaks down, so will it. Otherwise, it's going to break up. Ether Classic has two area targets. Strex has couple area targets, and these are the areas that most likely it can achieve without Bitcoin hitting 50,000. That's if it chooses to. Algo, same thing. Uh, these two, not sure will it go that high without Bitcoin breaking 50. And as we can see today, we already reached this mark. So future targets are right there. Seller network target right there. Anything past here, I'm just don't feel comfortable at this point. Um, so we reached this target today. We have a couple more targets. So more targets on Bell. More targets on Sushi. And actually, there probably is another target somewhere in this area right here as well. Yeah, right there. I missed it. And also missed deleting this line. So those are the targets. Engine. These are the targets as well. T-Fuel. Those are the targets. ESS. Those are the targets. Again, on ESS, it's hard to find a platform to actually trade ESN on. Um, the only platform that I know that ESN is still tradable is Bitfinex, and if you're not fully registered on Gate.io, then you can trade there. If you are a U.S. Resident, they will not allow you to trade ESS on their platform. So Luna, these are the targets. XLM targets, DGB targets, Wi-Fi targets, SHIB targets. Here I'll zoom in because otherwise it's almost impossible to see those targets on SHIB. So these are the targets for DOT. These are targets for Phil, and this is the area that for some reason I had it marked down earlier. Not sure what it's related to, but had some meetings, so I left it as I had it. So targets for Chainlink, targets for Yoda, the targets for Celo, target for XEM. Did it truly went that far? Okay, just count up to this target. The last two targets, ignore. Just the data just not complete. So I'm not sure exactly why I did that. But again, sometime I get in, I don't know, zone or what you guys call it, and I do this and they play out and I don't even understand where I even got the information. Sometimes just it's related to that gift that I've been talking to you guys about a week or two ago. Here is CHZ tell, and actually that gift kind of got me in trouble today. SNX ran targets, vet targets, Matic targets, LTC targets, MKR targets, OGN targets, one target, ZIL, FTM. Actually, didn't do any targets on those. Okay, that's interesting. Either missed it or there was a purpose that I did not. Store J targets. Again, the last three, be careful with. And I didn't do also targets for Bitcoin, but you guys do know with Bitcoin it's fairly simple. We have 48,000, which you guys already know. Then we have the 50,000. Those are the two, or those are the two areas to break through. So, in other words, target would, but see if we break through 50, we can fly at that point. So those are the breakthrough targets. Reset chart. Now let's look at possibilities. So possible, which I believe if we break through, we will fly. Oops. So so we have a target here. Let me delete that one. Okay, target here. Then at that point, if we break with Bitcoin 50,000, honestly, limit is at the sky. So, so 50,000 is a very important target here, and that's the target to be broken. If that one gets broken, um, there won't be much resistance. There won't be as big of resistance as the 50,000 is if we break the 50,000. past 50,000. So let's look one more time before I finish this video. Throughout the whole video, nobody logged in. That doesn't look like. Oh, come on. Always forget to turn off the writing tool. So, seems like 4 o'clock pushed us down a little. Um, which again, that doesn't mean we'll get stuck here. That means, they push us down so we can pull back and trade that area. But if we continue down, then we double topped. So we got the double top. So if you guys look at 4-hour chart, um, kind of had up, down, up, and then pretty much at this point down. But I'm looking at daily chart here, 4 hours. So we got kind of got that M that we were looking for, and now we could actually run this down at this point, especially since this candle did turn red, the last 4-hour candle, and it is a reversal candle. So there's a good possibility we might start continuing down. Um, so yeah, they might consider this as traded enough and push us down, knowing we will be eventually coming back. So yeah, we probably will be coming down and we will be collapsing. I might be renaming that video, but again, if I rename the video, you guys won't see the message. So unless I do a new video to send you guys a message that there is a possibility of a collapse. So that's about it. And that now it starts explaining why Ether and Link that I got in went red. Okay, guys. Blessing, be smart, be wise, especially if this continues to fall. I will be readjusting the alarm because I want to get woken up if we continue this flight down. And I want to actually get notified if we get to this area and break through this area. Good night. And see you guys in about 8-10 hours.